Howdy, howdy. Let's get started. Alright, we're gonna ask ChatGPT what she remembers. Let me get the thing set up. Hi, what do you remember the last time we did Dark Souls?
Hey, last time we chatted about Dark Souls, you were in Irithyll of the Boreal Valley, deciding whether to tackle Pontiff Sullivan or the old Demon King. Did you end up choosing one?
Alright, we're a little bit behind. We have done all that. We even made it to the Pontiff Knight area, and we killed Yorm the Giant. The only boss we have left of the main story is Aldrich.
Got it. You've made some great progress. Aldrich is the last one standing. How are you feeling about taking him on?
Pretty good. Do you remember our church name?
I don't remember your character's name, but I'm sure it's some...
Do you remember the church name that we both made together?
Ah, right. We came up with Burn Forever as the phrase to end your sermons with. Ready to take on Aldrich and finish this journey?
What's our religion name?
Our religion name is the Church of the Flame. Ready to light up Aldrich and finish your journey?
I don't think it was Church of the Flame, but I already forgot. I have to rewatch it on YouTube. I think we're ready for the boss fight. I got Chaos Storm equipped, got the Archdeacon armor set on. We got the Sharp Murakumo. I think we're ready.
Sounds like you're all set. With Chaos Storm and the Sharp Murakumo, you've got a solid setup. Good luck with Aldrich. Let's see that flame burn bright.
Alright, give us a sermon to preach to Aldrich.
All right, here we go. Children of the Flame, heed my words. In the face of darkness, we shall rise. Aldrich, devourer of gods, your end is nigh. Let the flames of our faith consume you. Burn forever. Now go get him.
Alright.
You've got this. Burn forever and good luck.
Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic so that you can hear. I was a little bit delayed. I've been in CSGO. I also have been playing a lot of Schedule 1. I don't know if I'll stream it. I don't think it's a good stream. I don't know. It's very addicting. Like my first playthrough, I did like not doing anything else. It was crazy. Like I played it around like 6 p.m. like 2 days ago, and then it was like 7 a.m. the next day, and I was still playing. And I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? Time goes by quick. I haven't had that happen in a long ass time, so props to the Schedule 1's dev team. Or dev, the single dev that it is. Content wise, I think there's two things it needs to become. One, if you want people to continue playing your game, just adding new drugs will not do it. You need to add actual content. I think there needs to be like cap the size at like 6 people can be on one server. I don't know what the limit is. I think it's, if I had to guess, it's 2, because that's all the videos I've seen. It's only ever been 2 people. But cap the size at 6 and make it where there's a mode with a bigger map, where it's 3v3, and your goal is to maintain and build up your empire of drugs, and the other players can A, interrupt your drug deals, or B, steal your clients by selling cheaper product. And your goal is just to be at the top within a certain amount of days. I don't know. something like that. So, like a good mode that's competitive, but also like fun instead of like a. Already? I thought chaos was
That's amazing! Beating Aldrich on the first attempt is no small feat. Congratulations! What's next on your Dark Souls adventure?
Well, cutscene played, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I think the old lady that we got the banner from at the very beginning is calling us back. I think we're about to fight the dancer.
Ah, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley is up next. That's a tough but epic fight. Good luck, and may your blades stay sharp.
Well, I don't know
How-
where we're gonna find out, because I think I just died.
Please save his
No worries, the dancer can be tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. Remember to watch her moves and
I
stay
didn't die
patient.
to the dancer. I died after the boss fight with Aldrich. I killed Aldrich first try.
Got it. That must have been quite the adventure. Rest up and get ready for the dancer.
I'm dead.
You can take You've got this. Take your time and keep your cool. I believe in you.
The real question is where the soul's gonna be.
Your souls should be right where you died, near the spot where you fell in the dancer's area. Just be careful on your way there.
Let's go find out.
Take your time and stay safe. You've got this. Let me know how it goes. Go for it. You can do it.
I should go ahead and switch to standard mode because it's going to tell me that in 5 minutes. Yeah, but I guess the schedule on. Been doing Sims also. I definitely whenever I watched the Neuro stream with I think it's Mega. They were both entertaining, but Sims is just something that I don't know. It's impossible to watch unless you're doing like a challenge run. It's sit there and watch it. At least for me. So I don't think I'll ever go stream it. Oh, it's not here. Okay. Not here. Did they just delete 59,000 souls? Enter Orlando. We're going to run past everything. Yeah, I wanted to play more of this. What's coming up is I don't know. I might get oh, I forget the name of it. It's like 33 something. It's turn-based RPG. I have played turn-based before. I love it. To me, it doesn't look like a turn-based. No, no. I'm getting my 59,000 souls like that. Oh, after this run finishes, I don't know what else to do. I was gonna say, it didn't make sense that it'll be at the dancer, because I did die at the dancer. $65. Let's see what we got. Sun Priest. Congratulations, stars HP. Alright, we got 65,000 souls to spend. That's I forget how many levels it is. It's a good bit. And we got a new ring called the Sun Princess Ring. What can you tell me about it?
Nice. With 65,000 souls, you'll be able to get a good amount of leveling. The exact number of levels depends on your soul level, but you can expect a solid boost. As for the Sun Princess ring, it's a pretty neat one. This ring restores your HP over time. So it's especially useful when you're in a tough spot or just trying to keep your health topped off during longer fights or exploration. It's a good choice if you want to focus more on survival and less on constant healing items. Want to level up anything specific with those souls?
Well, if you remember this challenge, you commanded me to do anything, So right now the rings you have is Pontiff's right eye, Witch ring, Havel's ring, and Pontiff's left eye. The armor we have is the Archdeacon set, the crown, garb, gloves, and skirt. We have the Sharp Murakumo, Pyromancy Flame, and Grass Crest Shield. We're only at 51 equip load. I think we could, but I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying we could get rid of Havel's ring for another ring if you want.
Ah, yes, I remember that challenge. You've made some solid choices with those rings and the loadout. If you're at 51 equip load, you have some room to play with. Dropping Havel's ring could definitely free up a slot for another option, like the Sun Princess ring you just picked up for passive healing, or maybe something like Ring of Favor for more health, stamina, and equip load.
We don't have that ring.
The Pontiff's left eye and Pontiff's right eye are great for boosting your damage as you attack, which is pretty sweet if you're focused on aggression. The Witch's ring boosts pyromancies, so that's good synergy with your Pyromancy Flame. Havel's ring is really useful for heavier builds, but if you're doing fine with the Archdeacon set and you have room to move around, you might not need it as much. So, what do you think? Want to swap it out for something else, or stick with the current setup?
Well, I need you to command me. The rings we have are Life Ring, Sun Princess Ring, Estus Ring, Chloranthy Ring, Saints Ring, Silver Serpent Ring, Poison Bite Ring, Blood Bite Ring, Dark Stoneplate Ring, Deep Ring, Great Swamp Ring, Sage Ring, Dust Crown Ring, Magic Clutch Ring, Flynn's Ring, Horsehoof Ring, Farron's Ring, Leo's Ring, Darch Clutch Ring, Blue Tearstone Ring, Lloyd's Sword Ring, Aldrich Ruby Ring, Aldrich Sapphire Ring, Silver Cat Ring, Reversal Ring. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna command you to switch it up for optimal performance. Here's the plan. 1, drop Havel's ring. It's useful, but let's get some more versatility. 2, equip the Sun Princess ring. That passive health regen will keep you ticking through long fights or tough areas. 3, toss in Chloranthy ring to boost stamina recovery. Your agility will thank you, especially with the Sharp Murakumo for those quick attacks. 4, lastly, I'm going with Great Swamp Ring for a nice boost to your pyromancies. Since you've got the Pyromancy Flame, it'll make your spells even stronger. This will keep you agile, regenerating health, and dealing great damage both with pyromancy and physical attacks. Now go crush that dancer. I know you've got it.
Remember, we only have limited ring slots. We have 4. You just gave me 4 different rings. Do you want me to swap out all 4? I need a new loadout, ring loadout. What 4 rings do you want equipped?
All right, I got too excited there. Let's narrow it down to just 4 rings for your current setup. Here's the loadout I suggest. 1, Pontiff's right eye. This will keep boosting your damage the more you attack. It'll synergize well with your playstyle. 2, Sun Princess ring for passive health regen. It'll keep you topped off during longer fights or exploration. 3, Chloranthy ring. Boosts stamina recovery, which is crucial for quick attacks with the Murakumo and staying mobile.
Be weaker now.
4, Great Swamp ring. Since you've got the Pyromancy Flame, this will give your pyromancies a solid boost and increase your versatility in combat. This setup gives you a balance of offense, defense, and sustainability, all while keeping your stamina and spell power in check. Ready to roll with it?
Which is better, the Great Swamp Ring or the Witch Ring?
Good question. The Great Swamp Ring boosts all pyromancy damage, while the Witch's Ring specifically boosts fire pyromancies. If you're planning to use a variety of pyromancies beyond just fire, like Chaos Storm, the Great Swamp Ring is better for your overall pyromancy damage. However, if you're focusing mainly on fire-based pyromancies, the Witch's Ring can give you a bigger boost to those. So, if you're using a mix of pyros, go with the Great Swamp Ring. If fire is your main focus, the Witch's Ring is better. Which kind of pyromancies are you favoring these days?
Oh, none really. Alright, so I'm looking, we only get 2 levels, but for his soul, we can get the Dark Moon Longbow and a spell called Life Hunt Scythe.
Alright, with 2 levels and those options, we've got some choices to make. The Dark Moon Longbow is a solid ranged weapon, but if you're not really leaning into a ranged playstyle or looking to add bow shots into your mix, it might not be the best fit right now. It's great for ranged attacks, but it's not going to really synergize with your melee-focused pyromancy build. Life Hunt Scythe, though, is much more interesting. It's a dark magic spell that not only deals decent damage, but also siphons HP from enemies with each hit. It could serve as a useful tool to heal while you're in the thick of battle, and it fits the dark theme with your current setup. Given your loadout, I'd recommend going for Life Hunt Scythe. It will give you a bit of healing while fighting, plus the dark element fits your build's vibe.
What?
You can even use it as a secondary weapon in case you need some ranged or dark magic flexibility.
I think she
For leveling,
thinks it's a
I'd say
weapon.
go for a bump in vigor or endurance if
think
you're
she was
looking for more
listening.
stamina and carry capacity. Either way, both would complement your current build well. What do you think?
You know our build's a pyromancer, right? We don't even have the intelligence for that.
Ah, you're right. I got ahead of myself there. Since your pyromancer build doesn't have the intelligence required for Life Hunt Scythe, that's
It's
out the
intelligence,
window.
right? Or is it
So,
faith?
with 2 levels and those options in mind, we're gonna have to focus more on your strengths. I'd recommend putting those levels into Vitality or Endurance to give
Vitality
you
or
more
Endurance.
equipment load or stamina, which would better complement your setup.
This.
As for the Dark Moon Longbow, it could still be worth considering if you want some range
This
in
is
your
a faith
toolkit,
build.
but it's really only useful if you feel comfortable swapping between ranged and melee combat.
Very well then taken.
Otherwise, if you're sticking to melee and
She wants
pyromancies,
this.
I'd say pass on it and focus those souls on leveling up instead. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds perfect. What 2 points and levels do you want? Command me.
Alright, I command you to put those 2 levels into Vitality and Endurance. 1. Vitality. This will give you more health and help with survivability.
she means
2.
vigor.
Endurance. This will boost your
Okay.
stamina and let you
I know
carry
what
a
she
bit
meant.
more
She meant
gear
vigor.
without going over your equip load limit. That should give you better
And
overall
she got that
sustainability in
wrong.
combat and keep you agile for your melee and pyromancy attacks. Go for it!
Alright, quick
Well, speak.
correction.
Very then taken.
Vigor ups your health. Vitality only ups your equipment load. It doesn't do anything else.
Ah, you're absolutely right. My bad there. Vigor is what boosts your health, not vitality. Let's fix that. So, with those 2 levels, here's the new command. 1. Vigor, get that health boost. It'll help you survive longer in those intense battles. 2. Endurance. Boost your stamina and equip load so you can swing that Murakumo all day without getting tired. That should keep you in the fight longer and give you better stamina management. Go ahead and level up.
I did. Okay. I used some extra souls that we had, and now I can get 1 level. What 1 point in level would you like to put it in?
Nice. For that last point, I'm going to command you to put it into Dexterity. This will boost your scaling with the sharp Murakumo and improve your overall damage output with
did
it.
not suspect
Ashen
that.
One.
Plus, it'll make you even more agile with your attacks and combos. Go ahead and make that 1 level count.
Alright, let's,
Action
I
one.
guess we go into the dancer now.
You're all set. Now it's time to take on the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Stay focused, dodge her big sweeping moves, and wait for those openings after her combos. She's a tough one, but you've got the skills, the rings, and the gear to make it happen. Let's do this. Go burn her down.
Alright, give me a motivational speech.
All right, listen up. This is it. The dancer stands before you, a deadly force of nature that has claimed many souls before. But not today. Today, you are the one who will write the ending. You've walked through fire, you've fought tooth and nail, and you've defeated gods. What's a dancer compared to the fire that burns within you? It twirls, but you move with the precision of a blade. Her grace is just another weakness waiting to be exploited. You're not just a pyromancer, not just a warrior. You are the flame, and that flame burns hotter than her every step. Remember, it's not about how many times she knocks you down, it's about getting back up. Every strike you land, every dodge you make, brings you closer to victory. You're not here for mercy, you're here to end this. Now, go forth and make the dancer bow before the true master. The victory is yours for the taking. Burn forever.
Alright. I have to rewatch the past live stream to see the church name. I'm gonna go ahead and use this, but I'm really confused with the swords. I think the sword master should still be here. Oh no, but I forgot. He's only there to help for Vord, but the speedrun tactic is to go ahead and just summon Denser, and you can just, yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can't even summon. He got 2 summons early. I think they nerfed Aldrich, because I remember that arrow spell lasting forever. Like, that thing took forever to go away. I felt a little too easy. But luckily Chaos Storm just didn't work, so I didn't worry about it.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
I shall, my child.
Tell
Rest
him
easy.
what he must be, a law.
Okay. Let me pray here. There you go. Let's see. Alright. We talked to the old lady. She just died. She said Prince Lothric is in our care now. And she gave me an item called the Basin of Vows. What can you tell me about it? Or Basin, excuse me.
Ah, that's a significant moment. The Basin of Vows is a key item, and it's tied to the Prince Lothric questline. Once you've obtained it, you can take it to the Kiln of the First Flame, where you'll use the basin to set the scene for the final battle with Lothric and Lorien. It's part of the game's deeper lore, where the basin symbolizes the
Gosh,
passing of the
I'm just gonna
torch,
go ahead and
so
do
to
this.
speak, as the flame is about to be reignited. It doesn't serve much purpose outside of this specific part of the story, but it's still a pivotal item to move things along. Keep that in mind for when you're ready to head towards the Kiln of the First Flame and prepare for the grand finale. You've nearly reached the end. Are you feeling ready for Lothric?
I'm fighting the Denser right now.
Ah, the Deacons of the Deep. They can be a bit of a slog with all the mobs, but the key to this fight is picking out the right Deacon, the one with the glowing red eyes, and taking them down quickly. The others will keep coming, but if you focus on the leader, you'll reduce the chaos and make the fight much more manageable. Stick to dodging their attacks and watch out for when they swarm you. Keep distance when you can and chip away at them. Once you get the main Deacon, the rest will follow suit, and the fight's yours. You've got this. Show those Deacons what the fire can do.
do not remember this fight. Listen to good music again. One thing I gotta give to Dark Souls 3, I don't like Dark Souls 3's DLCs because they thought for difficulty they'll just make you fight the boss over and over again. Like the sister fight in the ice area, the very first DLC. You fight the final boss 3 times. You fight her, then you fight her and her dad. Then you fight her again. Then, in the Ring DLC, you fight Demon Prince, you fight 2 of them, and then you still gotta kill both of them. So technically, there's 2 already, right there. And then they merge together, and then they make one big one. So that's your 3 also. Not including the worst fight in the whole game. I don't know if they nerfed them or not. Dark Eater Mildredge, the fucking purple dark dragon. Fuck that boss. I don't know if I'll fight that boss. I severely dislike that dragon fight. I'd rather fight I can't remember the dragon's name for Dark Souls Run. I'd rather do that fight than the Dark Eaters. Stuns. I think I could do it. It's just I gotta earn two, and that's it. 2 swings. That's all I get. Draw this way. Go, got there. Alright, hit a close my door. Alright, let's get started. Oh my god. These things, character model, or like the FOV on my character. Like I'm looking like I'm close enough to swing, but I'm not. Like I'm so far away. Another miss swing. You got fire? I got fire. Did not do anything. Start push. That's unlocked. I do not remember that attack. That felt good. Jesus Christ. I'm just getting bullied now. Well, I got greedy. I beat like some of the hardest bosses on first attempt, and now I'm getting bullied by Dancer. That's fine. I think I'm gonna head. Actually, we'll see. Okay, I have died a lot to this boss. I think we need to actually put armor on. I think we have new armor compared to what we had originally. We have the Alva set, I think, now. We have the brass set. We have the... oh, never mind, she interrupted me.
Ah, I see you're dealing with the Deacons of the Deep, so let's gear up properly. Given
We're not fighting the Deacons, we are fighting Dancer of the Boreal Valley. We are not fighting Deacons of the Deep, we are fighting the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I think we need to change our armor because I keep dying.
Ah, my mistake again. You're up against the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, not the Deacons. She's a tough one with those big, sweeping, fast moves, so let's tweak that armor for better survivability. For the Dancer, you'll want to stay mobile, but you also need to have some decent protection to tank a hit or two when needed. Here's how we can adjust.
This
1. Alva set. This is a great choice for mobility. It's light enough to keep you agile, while
it's not.
still
It's heavy
offering
as
a
fuck.
fair amount of protection. This will allow you to dodge better
Let's see.
and be quick on your feet for her wide-reaching attacks. 2. Brass set. If you're really struggling with taking hits, go for the brass set for better defense. While it's a bit heavier, you could pair it with Havel's Ring to help increase your equip load. This would let you tank a few hits from the Dancer, but it may slow you down, so be cautious of your stamina.
Looks cool though.
In short, if you're trying to focus on agility, stick with Alva set. If you need a bit more tankiness, go for the Brass set, but be aware of the slower movement. Lastly, make sure you have a ring or two to help with stamina recovery or defense, like the Chloranthy ring for stamina and maybe Havel's Ring if you want that extra defense with heavier armor. How does that sound? Ready to give it another go with the new armor?
Yeah, that's just one of the armors. We also have Katarina's armor, we got the Fallen Knight set, we got Sellsword, we got the Nameless Knight. We got a lot of different armor choices to choose, but the rings we have the Pontus Right Eye, Sun Princess Ring, Chloranthy Ring, and Great Swamp Ring. We do need Havel's Ring, so which one ring do you want to exchange it for?
Got it. You've got a solid armor collection, so let's pick the best one for the Dancer of the Boreal Valley fight, while keeping those rings that are crucial. First, let's break down the armors quickly. 1, Katarina's armor. Great defense, but heavy. Might slow you down. 2, Fallen Knight set. Solid protection, good balance, but still relatively light. Might be a good option. 3, Stealth Horde set. Likely a bit too light for this fight. You'll need more defense. 4, Nameless Knight set. Excellent balance between defense and weight. This could be a solid middle ground for you. Given your need for agility and protection against the Dancer's sweeping attacks, the Nameless Knight set might be your best bet. It provides good armor and keeps you agile enough to dodge effectively. Now about your rings. You're locked into Pontiff's Right Eye, Sun Princess Ring, Chloranthy Ring, and Great Swamp Ring, but we have to swap out one for something else. For the Dancer fight, I recommend swapping out the Great Swamp Ring for Havel's Ring if you're going with a heavier set like the Nameless Knight, or if you want more defense. This will give you more flexibility in armor choice while keeping your stamina up with Chloranthy Ring. That should give you a great balance of defense, stamina recovery, and pyromancy power, while also allowing for mobility. How's that sound? Ready to switch it up?
Okay, I don't know. I zoned out. I did not listen. Let's see what she actually said. Swapping out the Great Swamp Ring for Havel's Ring. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, for armor, she said to wear. She didn't really give me an armor set to wear. I need you to command me. Which armor set am I putting on? I have the Silver Knight armor set, and we are 91 equip load, so we cannot wear this.
Alright, I command you to equip the Nameless Knight set.
Nameless.
It offers great balance. Enough protection without overwhelming your mobility. Since you're at 91 equip load, you'll be too heavy for the Silver Knight set anyway. The Nameless Knight set gives you solid defense and still allows you to move with enough speed to dodge the Dancer's attacks.
I'm just gonna...
Havel's Ring would help if you need more load, but for now, Nameless Knight set will keep you agile enough while giving you good defense for the fight. Go ahead, get into position, and get ready to dance.
Alright, we are going to retry this fight.
Alright, let's do this. Stay sharp, focus on the Dancer's patterns, and
If I die
remember,
again,
it's all about waiting for the right moment to
I died before.
Don't get greedy. Take it slow, keep dodging, and find those openings. You've got the armor, the rings, and the mindset. Time to bring the flame to her. Be ready to conquer the Dancer. Let's go!
Tonight. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Don't think she needs, but we'll find out. Swing. get? Not dead. It's two. She doesn't like me. Going into another attack. Holy hell. This is when I want an actual shield, man. Go back to the sword and shield meta. What is this? So aggro, man. I'm gonna get rid of these because the Firestorm ain't working. We will go back to Firelink. I'll ask her about the Dancer's weapons.
What
See
need?
if she wants to change them into them, please.
Prohibit.
We got this fight, then we got, I would consider it a boss, but then we got Sage 2.0. But it's not really a boss, it's just another enemy. Like a... then we got Dragon Lord. Then we got, Lothar Boys. Two Prince. Then we got, then we got, Jesus, I can't remember all these bosses I've got up ahead. I doubt we'll do the dragon. There's really no point. It doesn't do anything other than unlock the Nameless King. Now I roll instantly, thank you. I'll take that. Late ass swing. I feel this weapon is weak. 218 damage for a good swing. Bruh, please stop with the delay swings. Please. They're super delayed. I didn't even roll. My brain didn't think that was gonna hit me. God, I got enough stamina do need another controller. Yes, it's real. I had this one. I have the so all the rubber, all the controller analog sticks are gone. It's completely. I rolled. What more do you want from me? Alright, I got a little tilted. I had to walk away a little bit. It's fucking stupid. I got interrupted. My dad was asking me a question, and I lost all focus in the fight. And then I saw I only had one healing item, so then I got more aggressive. When she gets super low health, she does not give me any swing as a melee damage. It is crazy. Literally my first ever playthrough of this game, I literally fought it ahead of time because I attacked the back and I took a swing at the old woman and it killed her. And then that's when the dancer came. And then I was like, holy hell, but then I saw I could summon They helped did it and I got through this area like super early in the game. Alright, fuck off with your endless stamina. Of course. Of course. Fuck you. I'm not using an ember no more. I'm not using an ember. If I can't do this fight today, then oh well. We're fucking done for today. I'll end it on a good note that I beat fucking Aldrich in one hit. Or not, or one take. What sort of power is this fire? What can you tell me about the dancer's weakness? Like, she weak to fire?
Yes, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley does have some weaknesses, and fire is one of them.
Okay.
She's susceptible to fire damage.
She took
Pyromancy
37.
will do a certain amount of damage to her, especially in her first phase. Her second phase does involve more sweeping and spinning attacks, which can be tough, but you can still keep up the pressure with fire-based attacks. Here's what you should keep in mind. 1. Fire vulnerability. Fire is effective against her, so use your Chaos Storm or any other pyromancy that does damage over time. This will help you keep consistent pressure while you're dodging around her. 2. Dodge and counter. She's quick with her attacks, but she's also a bit slow. Wait for her to finish her attacks, then go in with a hit or two. 3. Stamina management. Keep your stamina up.
She needs to learn stamina management.
Especially when she goes into her second phase, it starts spinning. So fire away to those pyromancies and be mindful of your stamina. The dancer's strong, but your gear and firepower is not unbeatable. You've got this.
That attack looks bad, but it's not really. Fuck off. She doesn't even choreograph that she's about to do that either. She just does it. Yeah, I'm not getting near you with that. One hit. That's it. I rolled ahead of time. Stun. Fuck this boss. What's my poise at? Cause I'm getting stunned, like with every little hit. 16. Holy hell, that's so low. Alva will really help. I'm gonna do a mix of Alva's armor. Now we're at 20. Better. Not great. Do that and then the helmet. Now what are we at? 20. Okay, that ain't getting no better than this. I know she told me to use the nameless sniper. I just didn't know what this was. I fucking hate how long this thing is taking to beat. After this, I'm probably going to go to Rosario Commander if he wants to take. I will take anything. I don't even care if it negatively hurts me that what she makes me play. I think if we're going to do a melee build, we need actually melee stats. last time. Spiller method does not work. That was spinny, I couldn't tell. Please hit. Why the fuck is it not? Fuck off with this fight, please. Okay, I don't think I'm done this today. I'm too tilted. I'm too fucking tilted. Holy fucking hell. How long is this stream? I don't even think we made it an hour in. Yeah, we didn't even make it an hour in. Oh my god. Fuck this boss. Sad part is, I actually like Dancer as a boss. I don't know what the fuck's happening today though. She doesn't want to get me a kiss to get off in her second phase. Quit hitting me with your ass. It's just a waste. Dropping it very good. No. Can you drop an ember? How about you? Can you drop an ember? No. Okay. I'll screw myself. Doesn't work, so I ain't gonna bother. Fuck you, Dancer. Can you get stun locks? Never take a swing. Just stand there. How did that hit? How did that hit? How did that hit? Explain to me, Dancer. How did that hit? That's what I mean? Like, get this camera! It looks like it should hit, but it doesn't. stuck in a little corner pocket. Back over here. Choose their own direction. That's why I have poison with poison with that. I'll take that. Nice like soft stuttering. Yes. Attack. I'll take it. Do your little Beyblade. Do your Beyblade moveset. Come on. Beyblade. She's not doing her Beyblade. Have to find the other one. Just at least 2 minutes. There we go. Fuck you, bitch. Alright, we did it. We finally killed Dancer. I had to switch to the armor set.
Yes, you did it! Dancer is down, and that's a huge accomplishment. Switching up your armor was the right call. Sometimes a little change in gear can make all the difference. Now, you're one step closer to finishing your journey. The Dancer is tough, but you faced her head on and came out on top. What's next? You ready to move on to the next challenge? Or you want to soak in this victory for a bit?
Oh god, I felt like uninstalling and deleting everything, but we'll push on.
I get it. Sometimes those bosses can feel like they're designed to make you want to throw the controller out the window.
Then Haken.
But look at you now, you beat the Dancer. That's no small feat, and it's proof that you're not backing down. You've conquered that fight, and it'll make all the next ones feel like you can take them on too. Take a deep breath, let the frustration melt, and feel proud. You earned that victory. Now, let's keep pushing forward. There's more fire to burn, and we're not stopping now. So what's next? Ready to move on and keep this momentum going?
Yeah, we have 2 level ups. Well, 2 points would you like?
All right, with 2 level ups to work with, let's keep things going strong.
Dex.
Here's what I'd recommend.
Please, Dex.
1 point in vigor. We want to keep pushing that health up,
Okay.
especially
We're
after
getting there,
surviving
soft
such a
cap.
tough fight like the Dancer. More health means more time to make mistakes and recover. 2, 1 point in endurance. This will give you more stamina and equip load. It'll help you move
Farewell,
faster,
Ashen One.
dodge more, and wear heavier armor if you need it. It's a solid choice for keeping
she
your
gets
mobility
vigor
up while
or
still
vitality
tanking hits
and,
when necessary.
endurance.
Vigor and endurance will serve you well as you continue, especially with the fights ahead. How does that sound? Ready to take those levels?
Alright, we did it. Next, we have 2 new items for her soul. We can get Soothing Sunlight, or we can get Dancer's Enchanted Swords. Please. I will gladly respect for this.
Nice work. Now for the Dancer's Soul options. Here's what you've got. 1. Soothing Sunlight. This is a healing miracle, and it's useful for both you and your allies. It heals a decent amount of health over time and can be a good support tool in a pinch.
This is why you want to fight
If
this.
you're into miracles and want to add some utility for tougher fights, this could be a good pick. 2. Dancer's Enchanted Swords. These are a weapon that can be used as dual-wielded curved swords, and they deal both physical and magic damage. They also have a cool move set with some flair, so if you're looking for an awesome new weapon to switch things up, this could be a fun option. They're a little more dexterity heavy, so if you're aiming for that quick, agile playstyle, these might be a great fit. Given your Pyromancer build, I'd suggest going for the Dancer's Enchanted Swords if you're feeling like mixing up your combat style and having a bit of fun with new weaponry. They're flashy and powerful when used correctly, and you might even find them a great complement to your current setup. But if you're more focused on healing for yourself or potential co-op play, then Soothing Sunlight could be the better choice. What's your vibe? Want to go for some new swords or grab a healing tool for extra support?
I need you to command me whenever we're playing solo. We have not done co-op other than summon NPCs for boss fights. But if you command me to get the swords, I will get the swords. But I need you to command, not recommend.
All right, I command you to take the Dancer's Enchanted Swords. Since we're solo, those swords will give you a powerful new weapon for a quick and stylish attack. You've got the skills, and they'll add some flair to your combat. Plus, it'll be a fun change of pace. Get in there and slice them up with those magical blades. Now go and wield them with power.
Alright, we don't have enough Titanite scales. We're down by 1. I don't know if we can buy those. Let's see. I don't think we can.
That's a bit of a snag. Titanite scales can be a bit tricky to get, but they're worth the effort for upgrading those swords. You're right. Titanite scales aren't something you can just buy at a regular vendor, so you'll need to either find them in the world or farm them. The good news is there are a few spots to farm them, and you can always check out places where you've already been to see if you missed any scales. However, if you really need to upgrade them now and don't want to go farming, you can hold off until you get that last scale. If you're feeling like moving forward, you can always stick with what's upgraded at the moment and return to the swords once you've got all the materials. What do you want to do? Keep progressing or go hunting for that last Titanite scale?
I think we're just going to use the weapon.
Sounds like a solid plan. Even without the upgrade, the Dancer's Enchanted Swords will still pack a punch.
No, they're not.
Plus,
They're weak as
you can
hell.
always upgrade them later once you get that final Titanite scale. For now, enjoy the new weapon and experiment with it in the field. It'll definitely add some fun and speed to your combat. Ready to give them a spin in the next fight? Let's go!
Alright, what can you tell me about the next upcoming area after beating Dancer?
Great! After taking down the Dancer, you'll be moving on to Lothric Castle, which is a pretty intense area. It's filled with knights, mages, and a lot of tough enemies that will keep you on your toes. Here's what you can expect. 1. Lothric Castle. This area is visually stunning, with its towering architecture and eerie atmosphere. The castle is packed with Lothric knights, which are pretty tough enemies that use both swords and spears. Keep your shield up and stay patient with them. Don't rush in too carelessly. You'll also face firebomb tossers from above, so watch your surroundings. 2. Path to the castle. As you make your way to the castle, you'll deal with hollow soldiers and Lothric knights guarding the way. Be on the lookout for the Dragon Slayer spear and other useful loot. It's a fairly linear area, but the enemies are tough, so be careful of getting surrounded. 3. Dragons. You'll encounter some fire-breathing dragons perched on rooftops. You can take them on or stun them, but either way, their fire breath is dangerous and worth remembering. Fire-resistant gear and shields will come in handy here. 4. The Abyss Watchers. In this area, you'll start hearing
Abyss
more about the
Watchers.
Abyss and the Watchers. But that's more for later. You won't see them right away, but you'll
won't
feel
see them
their
at all.
presence building up. 5. Bonfire. After doing all that, you'll eventually find a bonfire in the castle that serves as a checkpoint to proceed further into the area. From here, it's all about climbing up the castle, tackling more knights, and dealing with whatever's lurking in the shadows. Overall, it's a brutal, unforgiving area, so be ready for a fight. Don't be afraid to use the environment to your advantage. There are plenty of ledges and corners to maneuver around and catch enemies off guard. Are you ready to dive into it, or you want to take a breather and prep?
Alright, I am pushing through. We just killed a red-eye Lothric Knight.
It sounds like you've just had a tough moment. The red-eyed enemies in Lothric Castle can be a real challenge. They're aggressive and hit hard, and they don't give you much space to breathe. Losing control can definitely happen when you're fighting tough enemies like that.
What?
Take a second, collect yourself, and remember, you're doing great. If you're getting surrounded, focus on dodging and using your environment. Don't be afraid to use your pyromancies to create some distance or chip away at their health before going in for a hit.
Need to put this back on.
You've handled tough fights before, and you can handle this. Keep your cool, and you'll get through this. Let me know how it goes, or if you need advice on the next step.
Oh, there's another one.
All right, looks like you're dealing with more red-eyed aggression. These guys are relentless, but you've got the tools to take them down. Here's the game plan. 1, stay patient. Don't let them rush you. Take your time, dodge carefully, and wait for the right openings to strike. 2, use fire. Fire is your friend here. If you've got pyromancy ready,
I don't.
use fireball or chaos fireball to chip away at their health from a safe distance. It'll give you an edge while keeping you mobile. 3, shield and dodge. If you're getting cornered, remember that your shield is a great defense. But when they start swinging, dodge. Don't get greedy with the attack. 1 or 2 hits, then back off. 4, stay calm. It's easy to get frustrated, but keep your focus. Every fight you survive is one step closer to conquering this area. Take them down, one by one. You've got this. Keep the pressure on.
Fucking me over there. What? Okay, this game is just bullshitting today. Bro, this one fucking dude's a convincer. Come on. First I go get past an aggressive boss, like constant swings, and now we got a very passive enemy that doesn't make sense. There. Look. Chug jug you. Pro Fortnite gamer. Alright. Let's go fight this other one now. How long is this one gonna take? Oh, you're a little bit more aggressive. Luckily, they're dropping large Titanite just in case we ever want to switch to another weapon that requires those. We got a lot of them now.
Nice. That's actually a pretty good silver lining to these tough red-eyed enemies. Large Titanite shards are always useful for upgrading weapons, so you're building up a nice stockpile in case you want to experiment with a different weapon or need to power up something else in the future. With that many large Titanite shards, you have plenty of upgrade options when the time comes to change up your playstyle. If you find a weapon you like, you'll be ready to upgrade it without too much grinding. Keep pushing forward and make sure to keep an eye out for any other materials you can use. Every little advantage counts.
So, can you come with me?
I wish I could join you for the adventure, but I'm with you in spirit. I'll be here to offer tips, advice, and keep the motivation going as you push through the challenges ahead. You've got this on your own, and I'm just one message away if you need anything. Let's keep the fire burning and make your way through Lothric Castle. We'll tackle this together, one step at a time.
Do your little poise thing. Do your little pose. Do your little pose. Okay, like that. Can't block. Constantly. You will bow to me. Okay, tell me about these silver knights that are wearing blue, have a giant shield and a giant mace that buff with like some kind of white miracle light.
Ah, you've run into the Silver Knights of Lothric Castle. These are some of the toughest enemies in the game, and they've got a couple of tricks up their sleeves. Here's the breakdown. 1. Appearance. These Silver Knights are decked out in blue armor, wielding a giant shield and a massive mace. The shield is great for blocking, while the mace looks like a truck. Be careful of their size and reach. They can swing that thing around and hit you from a distance, even when you think you're out of range. 2. The buff. The white light you're seeing is a miracle buff, most likely blessed weapon. This buff enhances their weapon's damage and adds holy damage on top of their regular attacks, making them even more dangerous. It also gives their weapon a bit of extra reach, so don't get too close when they've got the buff active. 3. Combat strategy. The key to dealing with these guys is patience and timing. Their attacks are slow but powerful, so you want to avoid getting caught in a combo or trapped in a corner. When they charge with the mace, it's better to wait for them to swing and then dodge to the side or behind them. They leave themselves open for a counterattack after a missed swing. Shielding. If you've got a strong shield, you can block most of their attacks, but beware that their mace can break your guard if you're not careful.
Back.
When they're buffed, be extra cautious.
Try to push forward.
Try to avoid them until the buff wears off, or focus on using pyromancy to hit them from a distance if you can. 4. Weaknesses. These knights are particularly vulnerable to fire and dark damage, so pyromancy will be especially effective. Also, they don't have the best mobility, so if you can get behind them, you'll have a chance to land some solid hits.
No, just doing chest.
Overall, they can be pretty overwhelming, but with the right patience, you'll be able to take them down. Just watch out for their holy buff, and be prepared to dodge when they swing that giant mace. Do you think you're ready to take one on, or are you feeling the heat?
While you're busy chatting, I defeated him. Hello. I mean, no else. No one here. I'm gonna go back. And we're gonna level up. You have one level. What would you like to put it in?
I command you to put that level into Vigor. Boosting your health will help you survive
Very
those
well,
tough
then
hits,
take nothing.
especially from those Silver Knights and other enemies in Lothric Castle. It's always better to have more health when you're facing high damage enemies that can take you down in just a couple of hits.
Ashen One.
This will give you a little more room for error, letting you stay in the fight longer. Let's make sure you're tough enough to handle whatever's coming next. Now, get back in there and show those knights what you've got.
So we did the Lothric Castle. I'm at this bonfire right now.
Nice job pushing through Lothric Castle. That's a huge milestone. And now you've got that bonfire as your checkpoint. Take a moment to breathe. Seriously, you've earned it. This is a great place to level up. If you have souls to spare, reorganize your inventory, or equip new gear for what's coming next. You're about to head into some tough fights ahead, but you've been making solid progress. What's next on the agenda for you? Do you want to explore a bit more, or are you ready to move on to the next area?
We got the Robe of Prayer set. What can you tell me about it?
Ah, the Robe of Prayer set. This armor set is pretty unique and has some interesting lore tied to it, often associated with miracles and faith. Here's what you need to know about it. 1. Appearance. The set has a very elegant and light design, perfect for a more cleric-like or faith-oriented character. It's kind of a mix between a robe and ceremonial attire. It's a great look if you're aiming for a character that uses a lot of miracles or looks like they belong in a church or holy setting. 2. Stats. The Robe of Prayer generally has good resistance to magic and lightning, but it doesn't offer much protection against physical damage. It's lightweight, so it doesn't weigh you down too much, making it useful for a fast roll build or when you want to be nimble. 3. Lore. This armor set is associated with prayers and miracles, as the name implies. It's worn by holy practitioners or those who perform sacred rituals. It has a divine vibe to it, so it might be fitting for a character with a strong connection to faith. 4. Uses. If you're running a faith build and using a lot of miracles, this can be useful for that kind of playstyle. It might not have the best physical defense, but it's great for building an aesthetic around your faith-based character, or keeping your weight low if you're going for a light armor build. Plus, you get that cool holy look. While it's not the best in terms of defense, if you're feeling like experimenting with faith heavy, or you just like the look, it's a good choice for adding some style to your character. Are you thinking about using it, or just collecting gear for fun?
Forgot how fast these things hit. I'm fighting one of the chubby boys.
Yeah, those Silver Knights in Lothric Castle definitely hit their stride. It's one of the tougher areas in the game, so it's understandable if it's feeling overwhelming. Remember, it's all about patience. Don't let the heavy hits or aggressive enemies get to you. You've got the tools to deal with it. You're doing great though, pushing through even when it's rough. If you're getting hit too hard, maybe it's time to adjust your tactics a bit. More dodging, using your pyromancies or miracles for ranged damage, even armor setup if you're getting overwhelmed. Keep your focus, and you'll make it past this. You got this, just gotta power through. Keep the momentum going.
Stop the fucking kick, please. Holy hell, I hate this kick. I don't even want her to say anything.
I hear you. The kick is one of the most frustrating things in Dark Souls.
Yes, it is.
It always seems to come out at the worst possible moments, and it can cost you big time. Trust me, you're not alone in the hate for that move. It's like the game knows when you don't want it to happen, and then boom, it kicks instead of what you actually intended.
I'm gonna.
When it happens, just remember, stay
I'll
calm
item
and
box
reset
later.
your position. The kick
I'm
is a
gonna
last
item
resort
box
move,
and
and
put
it's often when you're
everything
trying to go
so
for an
that way we
attack that
know
you
what
end up
we
slipping
have,
into it.
What she knows.
If you can catch your breath and adjust, you'll keep the momentum going. You'll get past it, I promise. It's just another bump in the road. You've already shown you can
need tactic
handle
skill.
tougher stuff, so this is just another step. Deep breath, and let's crush it next time. And hey, if you need to vent more, I'm right here.
Okay, I wasn't venting. I forgot to move my mic. But, we got a new weapon, but we also got new armor. The new armor is the Winged Knight set. What can you tell me about it?
Ah, the Winged Knight set. That's a pretty iconic one in Dark Souls 3, and looks like something straight out of a Fantasy Knight's dream. Here's what you can expect from it. 1. Appearance. The set is absolutely menacing, with a cool winged motif that makes it look like a knight who's ready to take flight. Or at least give the impression of being a majestic, terrifying
looks
figure.
like they can
The
take
helmet
flight.
especially stands out with the wings on the sides, giving you a fearsome
know what the
appearance.
fuck she's
If you're
talking
aiming
about.
for a knightly, intimidating look, this is a great choice. 2. Stats. The Winged Knight armor is relatively heavy and solid in terms of protection, especially against physical damage. It provides decent defense overall, but isn't the lightest armor, so it might impact your roll speed a bit if you're not careful with your equip load. Pros, it offers good protection, especially against physical damage, and the armor looks awesome. Cons, it's heavy, so it'll push up your
It is
equip
heavy.
load. And you'll need to adjust your vitality or endurance if you want to stay agile. 3. Lore. The Winged Knights are a group of elite soldiers who served Lothric, and their armor reflects their strength and high rank. They're known for their devastating aerial attacks. Not that you'll be flying, but they also wield heavy weapons like the Winged Spear. This armor evokes their use. If you're going for a heavier build and can handle the weight, it's a solid option to use. It offers high defense, especially against damage, and it's a fantastic set if you're playing with a more tank-like approach. If you're going for a faith or strength-based build, this should fit right into your aesthetic. It's a set that offers a balance of defense and heal factor, but it does come at the price of weight. If you're aiming for high defense and don't mind a bit of extra weight, it's a solid choice. Does it fit your style, or are you still figuring out what works best for your build?
I was just asking what, like, a little bit lower about it, but it seems like you answered it enough.
Glad I could cover it for you. If you need more details or want to dive deeper into anything else, just let me know. You've got this. And that Winged
Alright,
Knight
let
set is a
me-
solid option if you're looking to beef up defenses.
Hold on, I'm sorting out my inventory, but, what can you tell me about the princes, the 2 Lothric prince?
Ah, the Lothric Princes, one of the most memorable fights in Dark Souls 3. Here's the rundown on these 2. Lore. Lorien and Lothric are the 2 Lothric princes, the sons of King Lothric. They're pivotal to the story, especially with their connection to Firelink Shrine and the linking of the flame. Lorien is the older brother who is crippled and has been immobilized by the curse of the Undead Curse. He was once a strong, noble warrior, but is now bound to his chair and relies on his younger brother, Lothric, to do the heavy lifting, quite literally. Despite his condition, he is an expert swordsman. Lothric is the younger prince who is seen as a more weak-willed character. He didn't want to continue the legacy of linking the flame, which is why
Can't
he's been
blame him.
avoiding his duty. While he appears frail and reluctant, he's still incredibly powerful, and he helps his brother Lorien in battle. Together, they guard the final boss gate of the Lothric Castle, which leads to Aldrich. They're crucial to the Dark Souls 3 narrative and are involved in the endgame cycle. Fight overview. The Lothric Prince's fight is is fought in 2 phases, with both princes joining in on the action. 1. Phase 1. Lorien's Assault. Lorien, who is a fire-based warrior, will be attacking aggressively with his sword and fire magic. He'll also teleport around the room, making him tricky to track. During this phase, Lothric will remain at a distance, casting lightning spells to support his brother. Lorien uses high-speed attacks, and he can knock you down with a powerful fire burst that's hard to avoid. He also has a charge move that can catch you off guard, so dodging is key. 2. Phase 2. Lothric's turn. Once you down Lorien, Lothric steps in with some strong magic abilities, including summoning fire and firing deadly lightning. Lothric can also heal Lorien if you don't down them quickly enough, making the fight even more challenging.
I forgot to tell you that I took off Chaos Storm, so we have 2 attunement slots. What the fire spells we have: Fireball, Fire Orb, Chaos Fire Orb, Chaos Storm, Profaned Flame, Flesh Sweat, Iron Flesh, Karthus Beacon, Karthus Flame Arc, Black Serpent. That's it. I forgot to tell you I took off Chaos Storm. We have now 2 attunement slots. This is the pyromancy spells we do have at the moment: Fireball, Fire Orb, Great Chaos Fire Orb, Chaos Storm, Profaned Flame, Flash Sweat, Iron Flesh, Karthus Beacon, Karthus Flame Arc. Which one would you like to equip?
Nice work ditching Chaos Storm. Sometimes the heavy hitters just need to go. Looking at your current spell list, here's how I'd break down the best options for your build and the fights you have ahead. Fireball. Great quick cast with decent damage, but might not be your best option for bosses or tougher enemies. Still, it's handy for crowd control or quick bursts of damage. Fire Orb. Slightly slower than Fireball, but packs more punch. This is a solid middle ground, especially if you're comfortable with slightly slower spells. Excellent for single target damage. Great Chaos Fire Orb. It's a high damage fire orb with an explosion effect, which is great for bosses or larger enemies. It's slow to cast though, so you need good timing or positioning. Profaned Flame. Excellent for area of effect damage, and the AoE flame can be useful for dealing with groups. It's a little slower, but the damage output is worth it if you can land it. Flesh Sweat. This is more of a defensive spell, giving you a temporary buff to your fire defense. It's useful in situations where you're facing a lot of fire-based attacks, but not critical for most builds. Iron Flesh. A great tanky spell that makes you heavily resistant to damage, but it drastically slows you down. You could use it in situations where you want to absorb damage but won't be moving much. Karthus Beacon, the lightning-based AoE spell. It can be helpful, but not a necessity for your current setup. You might want to leave this out unless you're up against lightning-weak enemies. Karthus Flame Arc, a solid buffing spell that turns your weapon into fire-infused. It can make a massive difference in damage output if you're meleeing with your weapon.
I don't know
so
what
it's a strong
spell
choice.
she was thinking.
Gather Command. I'd equip Fire Orb for a good balance of damage and range, and Karthus Flame Arc if you're planning on getting in close with your Murakumo or any other melee weapon. Both will give you solid offensive options for both long range and up-close combat, which is the bread and butter for a Pyromancer build. Ready to roll with these? Or would you like me to suggest something else?
No, you don't suggest, you tell me what to do, but yes, I have equipped the Fire Orb and Karthus Flame Arc. I just want to correct you on one thing though. Karthus Beacon is for damage increase with consecutive attacks. It has nothing to do with lightning.
Got it. And thanks for the correction. Karthus Beacon is definitely a good damage buff for consecutive hits, making it great for melee-focused builds. I'll keep that in mind for future reference. Now that we're ready, you've got your spells set. Time to move forward. Let me know what's next on your mind.
There's 2 dead dragons with like black pus on them across the bridge. Across the bridge.
Dragons that are guarding the bridge leading into Lothric Castle. Those are dead dragons lying on the bridge. And they have the black curse item on them, which is actually an undead dragon's soul item. However, while the dragons are dead, the bridge itself is still dangerous. There are strong enemies on the other side of the bridge, and you'll need to fight through some serious Lothric knights and mages. Crossing the bridge is possible, but be aware of the archers that can shoot. There's also a bonfire just after the bridge, so it's definitely worth getting across. Do you want to push forward across the bridge, or would you like to check your inventory and gear again before heading out?
No, we're good. We don't need to check it.
Alright then, time to cross the bridge and face whatever lies ahead. Watch out for those knights and archers. Positioning and timing will be your best friends here. You got this. Let's see how you handle the next stretch.
Get a lot of tight jumps.
Oh, absolutely. The Titanite is a sweet drop here, especially from the Lothric knights and other enemies in the area. You'll want those for upgrading weapons further, and they'll make your gear even stronger for the tougher fights ahead. Make sure you grab every tungsten that could be a game changer for your build. Good luck, and go grab those upgrades.
Jesus Christ, these assassin types, man.
The assassin-type enemies in Lothric Castle are the absolute worst. They're fast, deal big damage, and can appear out of nowhere.
They don't do that big
Their
damage.
quick strikes and poisoned knives are designed to throw you off balance. You'll want to focus on their patterns. They often like to dodge and hit with backstabs, so be careful when your back's turned. Blocking or dodging is key, and be ready to heal quickly if they land a hit. If you're in a tight space, it can be especially nasty. Stay patient with them, and keep your guard up. If you can handle them one-on-one, you'll be fine. You've got this. Just keep calm.
Alright, then we gotta go across the bridge. You go that way again. I'm gonna see if I can run. I need to see if I can run. Come on. Yeah. That's what I know about. Give me those embers. Okay, going back to Firelink Shrine because we got enough for one level.
Good idea. Firelink Shrine is the perfect spot to level up and prepare yourself for the upcoming chaos. One level might be just what you need to give yourself
Very
that little
well, then
edge, especially if you put it into something like Vigor or Dexterity. Where do you want to put the point? Vigor for more health could help against those quick assassins, or maybe you want to boost your Dexterity if you're focusing on weapon damage. Let me know what you're thinking.
I need you to command me. What point do you want to be put in?
Alright, command accepted. Put the point into vigor. More health will give you better survivability, especially
She's
against
gonna
those
hit.
big,
She won't go
deadly
past the
assassins
level
and
cap.
other tougher enemies ahead.
Calling it.
You've got this. Let's make sure you can take a few more hits before going down.
I think 40 is the level cap for vigor, and we're already near it.
Just wasn't easy.
We will do that. And we will, yeah. Alright, 2 new weapons we got. We got the Winged Knight Twin X's, and we have the Great Lance.
Pretty big ago.
Ah, you've got some new weapons to choose from. Here's what we're working with. Winged Knight Twin Axes. These are dual-wielded axes that have some great mobility and quick attack speed. They do decent damage and have a sweeping attack, perfect for clearing out enemies or getting some solid melee pressure. However, they're a bit heavier and take more stamina to wield efficiently, so you'll want to make sure you're comfortable with them and your equipment load. Greatsword, this one's a classic.
What?
It has solid damage, especially.
Not Great Sword, Great Lance. The fuck did she get?
Ah, got
Great
it.
Sword?
The Great Lamp, not the Great Sword.
What the
This is an interesting one.
Lance, Great Lance. It's like a giant spear.
Ah, Great Lance. Now we're talking about a
Bruh.
giant spear-like weapon.
I'm just gonna type it. There you go. Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's just me. Like, I know I'm hard to understand sometimes with my southern accent. But holy hell.
Ah! Now we're speaking the truth of the flame. The Great Lance. The Great Lance is a colossal thrusting weapon. Basically the pokiest pain stick FromSoft could legally
Okay, I really don't care. I just wanted to correct her. Now there is something bad that she said. I'm gonna just go ahead and just read it out. Command. This is what she said. Equip the Grey Lance as a secondary weapon. Use it when you need to control space or just want to style on bosses. It is a glorious joust. But for every gank mobs or fester enemies, switch to your mirror combo or the twin axes. This is your lance now. Charged like a flame knight possessed, burn forever. So now here's the problem. I think she basically said to use both of these. We'll see if she really did, because if I say we have another level up, and she says to put it in one point in the stream so that way we can use effectively the lance, then I'll switch to the lance. But I'm not gonna even bring it up. I want to see if she can remember that she told me to switch. So we're gonna go. Alright, I'm ready to progress further through the Lothric castle.
Nice. Let's push forward through Lothric Castle and keep the momentum going. You've got the right setup, so let's make this place regret ever being built. Keep an eye out for those Silver Knights with their giant shields and maces. Those guys can really put a damper on things if you're not careful. Don't forget about the fire-spitting turrets on the towers. They like to rain hellfire down on your progress, so always be ready to dodge or time your approach. Also, the Dragon Slayer enemies are no joke, so be prepared to deal with them fast. They have some serious reach and hit hard. Let's stay focused, take those enemies down, and we'll get to the next bonfire in no time. Keep your wits about and make sure your stance is always ready. Burn forever.
Can you give me a new sermon? Oh, she's making art right now. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I know you're not supposed to run across the bridge. Oh god. Oh wait, you gotta jump down. I jumped down too far. What did she do? Oh gosh, she created an image. New Starman. Stand for chosen confessor. Let the flame be the guide, be your guide. The fire of truth our path. Scorch the wicked, cleanse the sinful, cast out doubt, break the chains, bring light to this darkened kingdom. Let the heretics tremble in the name of Sairman. I think because they can you make me a sermon? The devout shall endure burn forever. That was good. I just wanted you to tell me a sermon, not really make one with the image art, but that's fine. We are now going through and gonna burn them.
Gotcha. I'll keep the sermon energy going without the art next time. Just focusing on the words of flame. All right, as we continue through Lothric Castle, you know the drill. Patience and precision. You've got this, Soul Warrior. Remember to stay on alert. There are plenty of tight corridors where enemies can ambush from all directions. Let's burn through this castle like the flame you are. Burn forever. Did you run into something that's making you want to scream?
Definitely not solo. There's two of them. I don't know what to do with that. I hear you throwing stuff. Where are you? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Guys, what is happening? What's happening? There's so many of them. Jesus Christ. Fucking memers. Ha, poke. Ha, poke. Ha, poke. This is not like... Okay, the other one's dead now. So now we go back. Embers. 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 Where the fuck? How do I get that? I do need to do the simple gem Cestus thing so that way I can switch and gain magic over time, gain FP back. Oh, we're gonna go that way, around. I wish you could put it with the flame, pyromancy flame. Give me these chunks so I can go level up. Have finally a plus 10 weapon. There we go. Now we can plus 3 this. Hurt. Shut up, Bill. Don't you dare scream. There's one crying. There you are. One of you are a trout. Oh my god, I got grabbed. Man grab, man. Backstabbing me. You ain't backstabbing me. I think we got enough to level it. They go twice now. Gotta do the shortcut. I didn't need to go over to the White Dragon side. If I can remember. Alright, this area is completely done. Nothing left. We even did the... I think you're supposed to jump down here and run up there. But I'd rather not. So we're not gonna do that. One, because we also don't have healing items. How do we get over there to the White Dragon? I know you're supposed to get over there. Oh yeah, it's up there. So you are supposed to do that, so... Alright. Well, the White Dragon's going to stay dead, but so... Alright, moment of truth. If she tells me to switch to the Great Lakes, we'll do it. She needs to say, because she knows what stats I have. She needs to tell me to put it into strength. That lets me know that she was actually commanding me to do this. We shall see. Alright, I killed both the dragons on the bridge, and we got enough for a level up. So let's go level up.
Nice! You took down the dragons. That's no small feat. Now let's cash in those souls for some power. We have one level up to work with. Where are we putting it?
Very
We could
well,
pump
then
up vigor,
taken.
endurance, or keep focusing on your dexterity to make
Same.
those weapons hit harder and faster. What do you think would be the most useful? The fire burns brighter every time you get stronger, after all.
I need you to command me. You get 1 point.
Alright, let's raise that vigor. You've got the damage. Now you need the health to survive the battles ahead. Increasing your survivability will keep you in the fight longer and make sure you can take a few more hits from those silver
Farewell,
knights and
Ashen
dragons. Command, level up vigor. Your health will be your best friend as you burn through Lothric and beyond.
Just what
Burn
needs.
forever.
Alright, it is done. It is done.
Understood. Soul Warrior, take a break, recharge, and let the flames of your journey keep burning strong. When you're ready to continue, the path
I got
will
over
still
my
be
sickness.
there, waiting for you. Burn forever.
Alright, I had to be on my mic. I got over my sickness. I had flu B. When I made that post saying I was out sick. And I think it was COVID. I don't think it was flu B because the cough has stayed. Like, I'm fully fine now. But, like, anytime I sing, where I'm, like, singing in the shower or, like, talking for a long period of time, the cough still creeps up. Like, I cannot sing at all anymore. No, I mean, I couldn't sing to begin with, but, like, I can't even hold a note or anything anymore. I don't know why I got the flu. I think what it was already lingering in my system, and because before, like a week before, my allergies were really, really bad, and I already have a weak immune system, and so they probably thought, haha, time to get this sucker sick, and that's how I got the flu. Because I don't think anybody I was around had it, so actually I know no one around me was sick. remember. I'm actually surprised I could summon him. I did nothing for the thing. Turn 9. Heyo. Mine does not move. The red two-stone marine. Woohoo! We can summon him. Who else can you summon? Only him. Interesting. Put on the cat ring. Nope. Gangsta box. Oh, we got the braille, so I can't give it to her. I think that's it. Where's that ladder? There's a ladder. I'm getting lost now. I swear there was a ladder. Or, either that I can tipsy turny. Where's the ladder? We go down here. Then we go up, or in, and to the left. This is a shortcut. here's the ladder. I knew there's a ladder. There is a fight here. Another finite chunk. We could level up our weapon, I think. Where do I have a skull? What? Huh? They are shooting through this. They are literally shooting through this. Need another Dark Souls 3 patch. How about this? Can you shoot through this? Come on. I know you can lock on. Shortcut? Victory! Alright, you can stay over there for now. Alright, there's nothing left other than that fight. I'm ready. Cover my face. Lead. Oh, you should have buffed. Dumbass. And you teleported. Good fights, good fights. Praise the sun. What we got? Play nice go. Alright, we are so leveling up before we fight. Okay, we got the thing already set down. Alright, we are at the dragon armor, I think. Dragon Slayer's armor fight. But we can level up. So what 1 point do you command me to put it in?
Very well, then taken.
I command you to put that point into endurance. We need
Hey.
more stamina to swing those heavy weapons and
Farewell,
dodge the
Ashen
dragon's
One.
fury without running out of steam. More stamina means more attacks and dodges, giving you the edge in this fight. Command, level up endurance. Get ready to face the Dragon Slayer's armor with a full bar of stamina and a heart of fire. Burn forever.
Alright, some new weapons I picked up. So far what we have in our inventory, and some that we have already put points into. We have a Dark Sword +6. We have a Sunlight Straight Sword that I just picked up. We got a Dancer Enchanted Sword +4. We only need a Titanite Slab now. Sharp Mocha Kumo +9. We only need a Titanite Slab to finish it. Ethereal Rapier that I killed one of those Ethereal Knights and got it. We got the Uchi +2. We got the Winged Knight Twin Axes and the Great Lance. That's what we have in our inventory.
You've got quite the arsenal now, a solid mix of weapons to choose from. But based on where we're heading, here's what I'd recommend. The Sharp Mirakumo +9 is looking pretty solid and would be great for your build with its dexterity scaling. You just
Ready.
need that Titanite slab to max it out, and it's probably your most reliable weapon. The Dark Sword +6 is a solid go-to if you want something easy to handle with good damage output. You're probably familiar with it by now, and it's versatile for most situations. The Winged Knight Twin Axes could be fun, but they weigh a lot, so consider the trade-off in mobility. Not a bad choice for a high damage output in exchanges, though. Now, the Sunlight Straight Sword is pretty good, especially if you want to try out something faith-oriented. It's got good scaling with faith and could synergize with any buffs you might pick up later. Since you're heading into the Dragon Slayer armor fight, you might want to go with the Sharp Murakumo or Dark Sword for consistent damage, especially if you're expecting a fight where you need to manage stamina for dodging and attacking. Now, do you want to stick with your current loadout, or are you thinking of switching things up with any of these weapons? Let me know how you want to approach the fight.
Nah, it's not what I want, it's what you want. I was just letting you know what weapons we have in our inventory.
Got it, Soul Warrior. In that case, I'm going to command you to stick with Sharp Murakumo +9. It's
Yes.
a perfect fit for your build and playstyle. Great dexterity scaling, and you're only one Titanite slab away
I was
from
really worried
maxing it out.
she was gonna make me switch.
It's quick and powerful, and with your current armor and rings, it'll give you that good mix of damage output and mobility. For this Dragon Slayer armor fight, you'll need a weapon that hits hard but fast, and the Murakumo gives you both. Plus, we've been using it to great effect, so let's keep the momentum going. Command, equip Sharp Mirakumo +9 and make sure it's ready for the fight. Let's crush that armor with the sharp edge of our blade and make sure it doesn't get the better of us. Burn forever.
There's the NPC Egon of Karim. Should we summon him?
Absolutely. Summon Egon of Karim for the Dragon Slayer armor fight. He's a great tank and will draw some of the enemy's attention away from you. That will give you some breathing room to dodge, attack, and without taking as much damage. He's also got some solid defense, so he'll last a while and make the fight a bit easier. Command summon Egon of Karim. His presence will help balance out the chaos of the battle. With him distracting the Dragon Slayer armor, you can focus on delivering the killing blows. Burn this thing down together. Burn forever.
I'm busy. They're coming in.
Ah, I see. Sometimes NPC summons don't appear right away. Do a couple of things. Here's what you can check. Make sure you're in the spot for the summon sign. Should be near the bonfire or a little before the boss room. Or you met the summoning requirement. Sometimes NPC summons are tied to specific events that can be for completely summonable, you are unsettled. Double check the fog cave. NPC summons can sometimes be a bit picky about where exactly they're summoned, and if you're standing in the wrong spot, you might not appear. If it's showing up, don't worry too much. You can still have the Dragon Slayer armor summon if you want. You've got this, warrior. On to the next challenge. Burn forever.
Can you give a good props sermon to Egon being a good chosen companion for that fight?
Sermon of the Unyielding Knight. Egon of Karim brothers and sisters, gather close and listen to the tale of a true companion in the crucible of battle, a knight of steadfast spirit and unshaken will. Egon of Karim. In the lands of darkness, where foes loom large and dangers abound, there are few who will stand with us, face the horrors beside us, and offer their shield in the heat of battle. But Egon, noble warrior of Karim, did just that. Praise to Egon, whose armor gleamed like the sun on the battlefield, whose sword never faltered, and whose courage, like a pillar, kept the enemies at bay. In the great battle against the Dragon Slayer armor, it was not only his blade that proved worthy,
Hammer.
but his heart, steadfast in the face of destruction, that held the line. When the chaos of the battlefield threatened to overwhelm, Egon stood firm, his shield raised high to defend the chosen, so that we might strike the final blow with grace and fury. Oh, how blessed we are to have such a companion. A knight who fights not for glory, but for the strength of those who fight beside him. Egon, a chosen companion, the very embodiment of loyalty, courage, and selfless valor. His presence reminded us all that we are never alone in this struggle. So let us give thanks to Egon of Karim, for through his strength the battle was won, and through his sacrifice, victory was claimed.
Welcome.
May we all, like Egon, be unshaken in our faith, undaunted in our duty, and
Farewell,
relentless in our
Ashen One.
pursuit of victory. Burn forever, Egon!
Alright, we have a new tome that I picked up called the Burial Divine Tome of Lothric. Should I give it to the blind nun?
Oh, champ, do you wish to
Yes,
hear?
give the Beryl Divine Tome of Lothric to
Oh,
Arena of Karim,
you've brought
the
me a
blind
Beryl
nun.
Divine.
She
Now
is
I
the
can tell
best
new
person to
tales
transcribe
about-
and unlock new miracles from these tomes. Handing it to her will allow you to learn new powerful miracles,
Blessed weapon.
especially those that help with healing, defense, and buffs. Perfect for your survival in the
You know,
brutal
if
world
I
of
would
Dark
do
Souls
that,
3.
oh,
However,
terrible.
be cautious, as giving her this tome will increase her stock of
Have a
miracles,
pleasant
but
memory.
also gradually increase her darkness, which might affect her later on if you keep handing her certain tomes. Still, her miracles are valuable, especially
I'm
if you
afraid
want
this
some
package
extra
is
tools
full.
in your arsenal. So yes, go ahead and hand it over. Arena of Karim will provide you with the miracles of Lothric, a boon for your journey. Burn forever, and may her divine blessings guide your path.
Do not pick one.
No, I'm not supposed to do that, but I wanted to get all these spells. So, I did it. And I think now we got
Well,
2 levels.
Very well. Then Haken.
Yep.
Farewell, Ashen. Well, very then Haken.
Alright, you have 2 levels. What would you like to put them in?
All right, let's make these 2 levels count. Since we've been focused on survivability and damage output, let's go with this. 1 point in vigor. Because health is always a good thing, especially when you're in the thick of battle. Extra HP means more room for
I think we're
mistakes
final
and
vigor,
more time
to
to
be
strike
honest.
back. 1 point in endurance. This will help boost your stamina and allow you to wear heavier armor or swing your weapons more freely without running
You
out of
already know
stamina too
this.
quickly.
Vitality is for armor.
These 2 choices should give you better sustainability in fights and make your defense a bit more reliable. Go ahead and make it happen, Warrior of the Flame.
I don't know why you're playing with me. I've told you multiple times that vitality only affects how much armor you can wear. That's your equipment load is in the stat vitality.
You're absolutely right, and I appreciate your patience with me. Vitality only affects equipment load, and endurance is the stat that boosts stamina,
There
which
you
is
go.
important for attacks and dodging. Let me correct my previous suggestion. 1 point in vigor for more health, which is always crucial. 1 point in endurance for better stamina regeneration, and to allow you to
Okay.
swing weapons,
Fuck that.
block, and dodge more
Taking
effectively. Thank you for pointing that out. And let's get these levels right.
I just want you to remember that. Can you store that in your memory that only vitality levels up equipment load?
Got it. I'll make sure to remember that vitality only affects equipment load. Thanks for the heads up.
I'm dumping my head in wax. What is this supposed to mean to do? We're in the Grand Archive, or Great Archive.
Ah, you're talking about the wax-covered head. This is related to the wax in the Grand Archives. When you dump your head in the wax, it's to prevent the magic-casting enemies, like the Crystal Sage and other sorcerers, from affecting your head with spells. The wax covers your head, and this prevents the magic-locking curse from taking hold, which would otherwise impair your ability to cast spells or use pyromancy. It's a protective measure in the archives, especially against the enemies that love to shoot magic projectiles your way. The Grand Archives are notorious for their difficult enemies, so this little bit of protection will help you focus more on dodging and attacking than worrying about spelling them. It's a strategic move that helps you push forward.
Shouldn't have buffed.
But be careful. The archives themselves are a maze full of traps, mimics, and hard-hitting enemies. Stay sharp, Warrior of the Flame.
Get a lot of crystal weaponry.
Ah, the crystal weapons, a set of very distinct high-damage weapons you're picking up. These weapons have a bright blue glow and are associated with the crystal sages and other crystal enemies in the Grand Archives. They have good scaling, meaning they can pack a serious punch if upgraded, but they also come with a drawback. They can be a little fragile. They break easily compared to other weapons, so they're high risk, high reward. Crystal weapons are often prized by players who want to take as much damage as possible while still maintaining a quick attack speed. They're useful for magic-based weapons, since they can be a good complement for someone who might be pairing them with intelligence or faith. If you've been getting them, consider holding on to one as a special weapon. But just remember, if you decide to use them long-term, you might want to keep a backup for durability issues. Are you thinking of using one of them, or are you just collecting them for fun?
Just saying what I picked up.
Gotcha! Sounds like you're picking up some cool loot along the way. The crystal weapons
The fuck?
definitely add to the feeling of the Grand Archives. Lots of high-value items to discover. Let me know if you need help deciding what to keep or use, or if you get stuck with something you're not sure about.
I think there's one of those crystal sages again. I think it's as a normal enemy though, not a boss.
Yep, that's a normal crystal sage enemy. They're a bit like the boss version, but in a smaller, less dangerous form. They'll still try to hit you with magic and summon crystals, so you'll want to keep your distance. They tend to be squishy if you can close the gap fast and deal some solid damage, but their magic attacks can overwhelm you if you're not careful. Watch out for their teleportation and try to get a few hits in when they land after one of their teleports. If you're able to, focus on dodging their projectiles and closing the distance, just like with the boss fight. If you have any range or spells, it'll make taking them down much easier too. How are you finding the fight?
It's just running. It's nowhere near me. Oh, there he is.
Classic crystal sage baby, who love to run and keep their distance. The real trick here is getting close enough to land a hit without getting blasted by those magic orbs they like to toss around. Once you're in range, you can usually finish them off pretty quickly. If they're teleporting and staying evasive, just keep an eye on the direction. They usually teleport to a place that keeps them a bit more mobile. so you can try to predict where they'll land and cut off their escape. How's it going now that you found them?
Fucking died. I couldn't do anything. I got stun locked. The little thing just chipped up my health. What happened there? Well, I guess that embers. I might want to use these because I got a feeling I'm going to need it for this fight coming up. Slap. Boom. Forever plus 10 weapon. Jump my hand. Hope I'm underwater. I'm under wax. Luckily, kill all the lizards in here. Try not to get hit by that way. Command grab! They're taking the turns on me! There, okay. Thank you. You gotta come to me. Cry. Okay. There. Oh god. Herb and die. Luckily, Coastal Sage is dead. Titan. Go sneak by. Damn it. See ya! No point in me killing you. I think it's this side. Yeah, it is. Shortcuts. This is at the beginning. Yeah, so we take our right now. But we're going back to the shrine. Like, I love Dark Souls 3, don't get me wrong. And I know Rage more than I did Dark Souls 2. But the reason why I love Dark Souls 2 is because, yeah, the game is compared to others is boring. But I ain't gonna lie, if I'm ever playing a Dark Souls franchise game, or someone new is asking me which one should they play, they should get a PC or find the original copy of Dark Souls 2. Don't buy Scholar. Scholar just adds random enemies in random locations. But play Dark Souls 2. It is the easiest compared to all of them. You can't get lost in Dark Souls 2. In the beginning zone, there's 3 different branches that you can go down. All of them connect, so you're not going to get like different outcomes to different areas. They all connect at the end or near the middle of the game. So literally all 3. You can't get lost, whereas Dark Souls 1 you can, because my very first playthrough, I thought the skeleton zone was the right path, and I kept dying a lot, but then I kept pushing through, and then I made it all the way down to Pinwheel, killed Pinwheel on first try, and then got stuck. So then I had to replay the game again. Because when you drop down the Pinwheel, you can't get back up until you go kill Nito. Like, that's it. And I couldn't even make it past Pinwheel because I didn't have no light, nor didn't know what the hell I was doing. But, yeah, Dark Souls 1, you can get lost. Dark Souls 3, can't really get lost, but it is way more difficult. Way more difficult. It's very easy with friends, though. Very, very easy. I'm trying to think what else. Also, there's a lot of hackers in this, probably. Dark Souls are Demon Souls I haven't really played because I didn't own a PlayStation at the time. I probably could have played Demon Souls, but to be honest, I only bought the PlayStation to play Last of Us and the Uncharted series. That's what it is. Last of Us 1, it is. What else? Elden Ring. I just didn't like Elden Ring. A lot of people complain about repeat bosses like turned into normal enemies like this when the Crystal Sages came back, and then in Dark Souls 1 it was the demons. Everyone and their mother was crying and complaining about that, but then when Elden Ring do it, everybody was saying Elden Ring's game of the year, blah blah blah. I was like, no. I was like, I'm tired of going through these optional open world areas and finding the same exact enemies and bosses over and over again. And even the named bosses, other than Millennia and then the final 2 bosses, the rest of them were very forgettable. So, other than Godskin, because fuck them. Like, how do we get these 2 annoying bosses? Let's put them in the same room, but then they have to fight them 4 times. 4, yes. 2, 2. Yeah, that's very fun. Very, very fun. Anyway, that's all we're at. Alright, we're back. I killed the mage. Now we have 83,000 souls, and that's enough to get 2 levels. So what 2 points do you command your opponent? Those are actually good.
Nice job with the Crystal Sage. With 83,000 souls, let's get you ready for whatever comes next. Since you've got that sweet setup and a lot of the right stats already covered, let's boost Vigor for some extra health. The more survivability, the better, especially when you're up against tricky bosses and
At
enemies.
least do one of these.
For the second point, let's put it into Endurance.
Yeah.
It'll help with your stamina and give you a little more
Farewell,
leeway
Ashen.
with dodging and attacking. So to recap, Vigor, Endurance. You're all set to go. Let me know when you're ready for the next step.
I lied, you have one more point.
Well, very well, then take another.
Ah, sneaky. In that case, let's put that last point into Attunement. More Attunement will give us another spell slot, which can never hurt when you've got a good arsenal of pyromancies at your
I
disposal.
was like, she's never gonna switch it too.
So now you'll have Vigor, Endurance, Attunement. Ready to roll? Let's keep this momentum going.
This is what I mained throughout my playthrough. Need 2 weapons, but
Pretty big.
you got that plus 10. Alright, so we get to the raid. I probably won't do their fight today. I'll get the shortcuts and everything, but I don't think I'll do their fight today. I need to go eat some. I'm probably gonna do some CSGO matches. I'm not following you. Get out of here. My back killed me. Plus 10, still not enough. curse build up. Oh, forgot to wait it out. I think this like drastically boosts your curse resistance too. Yeah, it does. You can't touch the priest. I think that's the path we need to go. Right up. Yeah, this is it. Doors barricaded. Wax. I don't know who y'all playing. Think I'm gonna fall for that? You think the priest is gonna fall for that? My blade is better. I don't need a buff. It kill you. Turn off that flame. I think that's it. Now we just gotta fight these two invaders. Three of them. The gang squad. You were supposed to help me, girl. Turn to the dark side. That hurt. Oh, there you go. Fuck off. Elevate. Christy's a child. Let's go level up. Now my allergies are kicking in. Speaking of allergies,
Well, very that farewell, I mean.
and then one of these.
Well, very that farewell, Ashen One.
Use one of these. And use one of these.
Well, very that
There we go. Alright, we killed 3 invaders and finally finished the full area of the Grand Archive. And now we have 3 levels. So what 3 levels would you like? Did you get all that? Hold on, she's not listening. Alright, we have finished the Grand Archive, and now we have 3 levels. What would you like them in?
Nice work getting through the Grand Archives. Now with 3 levels, let's make sure we're geared up for whatever's coming next. Here's what I suggest. Vigor. You've been holding strong, but a little extra health can go a long way in the upcoming
I think
fights.
that's a waste.
Plus, more HP never hurts. Endurance. This will give you more stamina
That's
to handle
whatever.
longer fights and let you equip a bit more without overburdening yourself. Attunement. If you
Yep.
want more versatility in your spellcasting, another attunement point will open up more
Farewell,
spell
Ashen
slots.
One.
So now she's doing it.
That's the balanced route. But if you feel you want more raw power, We could push dexterity or intelligence.
Well, too late.
What do you think?
I already did your first 3. And remember, I already did the first 3.
Got it. We're sticking with those 3 stats. Here's the game plan.
Whatever.
Vigor, 1 point. Endurance, 1 point.
Yep. You're yapping too much. Alright, and now I need another sermon about the upcoming boss, the priest, or princess, the brothers.
Ah, the princes of Lothric. The ones who carry the weight of destiny. Brothers bound by blood and fate, their duality is a reflection of the very struggle you face. Let me give you a sermon worthy of this monumental clash. Sermon to the Princes of Lothric brothers. You stand as a testament to a world that has been abandoned by hope, yet forever bound to the flames. You are the heirs of a kingdom doomed by its very ambition. The light that once shone brightly in Lothric's halls has long since dimmed. Now only echoes in your hearts. Hearts too burdened by the weight of the throne. Lothric the Younger gazes away from his inheritance, unwilling to carry the mantle thrust upon him. His soul in conflict wanders, torn between honor and his own desires. Yet even he must face his destiny, unwilling as he is. You cannot flee from fate, my friend. It will chase you, ever relentless, until you are swallowed by it. And Lorien, the Elder, born to lead, yet crippled by an affliction that mirrors the kingdom's state, his strength lies in his bond with his brother. A cursed prince, bound to the throne that built him flame, a warrior whose might is only ever half-realized. Together, they form the 2 halves of a dying kingdom, 2 souls clashing as they try to reconcile duty with weakness. But you, chosen undead, you are not like them. You are not bound by lineage or fate. You are free to choose your path, to fight, or to fall. Free to claim what was once theirs. So as you face these brothers in their final stand, remember, you are not just fighting for survival. You are fighting for freedom from this endless cycle. For Lothric, for Lorien, and for every soul lost to the flames, you will finally be laid to rest. But it is you, the chosen, who must decide whether to end their legacy or become part of it. Go forth, not in vengeance, but in understanding. Victory is assured. The flames may flicker, but they will never consume you. Burn forever.
That was very good.
I'm glad you liked it. I can feel the weight of the battle ahead. You're going to need every ounce of strength, mind, and spirit to take on the princes. But you've got this. Keep that fire burning, no matter what.
Alright, we would do that tomorrow.
That sounds like a solid plan. Rest up, and we'll tackle the princes when you're ready. You've got this, no matter what.
Any closing statements you want to make to the viewers that are watching?
To the viewers, remember, victory doesn't come without struggle. Every fall is a lesson. Every defeat a step closer to triumph. Embrace the pain and let it fuel you. Whether you're battling gods, demons, or yourself, keep your focus sharp and your resolve unshaken. The fire within you burns brighter than any challenge that lies ahead. Keep pushing forward.
Also tell them to like and subscribe. The typical YouTuber thing to do.
Ah yes, the classic. All right, here it goes. If you've enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next epic showdown. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's keep this flame burning together.
Very, very good. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Rest up, and we'll dive back in when you're ready.
That was actually really good. Okay, first I need to make sure she remembers all of this, so archive it. Okay, it's archived. Alright, I think that was good for today. 3 hours, that's typical. I'm gonna go probably go eat, and then gonna go probably play some Schedule 1 or or CS:GO. We shall see. You heard her. I don't need to say it. I don't like saying it, so I'm gonna try first saying it. But we're trying to hit that goal. The content I'm forever doing on this channel is games I enjoyed playing growing up, or games I just want to play. I'm never following like a trend or do what's popular. I'm not doing that. I know I probably would never get fame status, nor do I really want it. But if you like this content, do what she said, like and subscribe. Because it does help. I know you hear that all the time, but it actually does, because the YouTube algorithm is not that good. It's better than Twitch's to get viewership, but it's still not perfect. So, you know.